reason to die community. It is your shitty host Ghost Snitcher. Since my mic is broken, I have to do this video in TTS, which makes this even more gay. I originally wanted this video to come out in June, but since my channel was small and shitty, I decided to pause it until recent events. Swagger decided to make an expose video on me and Sandra. Also, I want to address the fact I won't be calling Swagger by his name, but instead his new name, SWAGER21. Now that is out of the way, let's get on with the first part of this shitty video. SWAGER is like a man-child, where everyone around him has to deal with his shit every time he decides to do something. This is an accurate depiction of SWAGER when he can't get things his way. A prime example of this happening is something that happened between my friends and SWAGER in the past. My good friend Dan made a game called LOL Ads. It's a game that's basically like League of Legends, but more shittier, because we made it to pass the time. SWAGER, being the brilliant person he is, decides to join the game, and instead of giving positive feedback on what we should improve on, he flat out demands a class, while saying the game is shit. When we say he can't get a class due to him being a fucking douche, and how we are already developing other classes, he blackmails Dan into doing his class. He blackmailed Dan by saying if he didn't do it, he will make a video on Dan's game which he didn't want. When we still deny to give him what he wants, he makes the video anyways, and then still threatens to tell his fanbase to mass report our game. Alright guys, I think I'm overreacting to this joke, right? I take shit too seriously, it's a dead game, put it behind you already, right? If you're not convinced that he's a giant rat, let's bring up another point. You remember the first video I was in with SWAGER with my actual voice? Yeah, this very cringy and disgusting video right here.
RTE Vigils for life, spam the same map because we're fucking trash, right Cap? Right?
Yes,
Just totally. How do you zap me? You know how? Any way, shape, or form? Oh yeah, that's
holy shit.
Believe it or not, this is how I actually used to talk to him as a person back in the day. He never told me he was gonna record and put it on YouTube, which I specifically asked him not to do. Even when I asked him to take it down, he refused and kept it up. If he never recorded those videos, this would have never happened in the first place. Here is a cool fact. When I didn't want to make videos with him, he threatened to expose or ruin me, saying he will get his fanbase to attack me. Obviously this didn't happen, because his threats are more empty than his Neanderthal brain. You're not joking about these claims, you fucking pussy. Own up to it like the man you claim to be. Let's dissect this ape's ego to an extent, where even his fans would be able to understand SWAGER's ego is off the charts. If you want an example, here is him explaining he will expose me and get his fanbase to attack me. Shit like this never happens, because he turns out to be a bitch at the end. If you're gonna actually bully someone, then do it like this, you dumbass ape.
Call me Cuban Pete, I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I play the maracas, I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.
If you're gonna bully someone, saying that you will ruin them in a community they like, but then not do anything, you might as well rename yourself to Bitch21. To further fuel his ego, not only is he gonna be a head moderator for the game I mostly play on Roblox nowadays, he thinks he's above people, because of his sub count, and because he works out in real life. Hey dumbass, that's not how the internet works. They're across the world from you. If you put effort into roasting like how you work out, then you might actually have actual points to throw at me. He jokes how he will get his fan base to attack me and Sandra, which just implies he knows his fans are just cheap. Good job, you fucking dumbass. You prove that not only you know your channel is brainwashed, you also prove that you're so weak, you rely on your channel and mod powers as a way to bully people. Shut the fuck up, you fucking gremlin. This is the part everyone has been waiting for. Ever since Fager paid for his mod, there's been some shady things going on in the game. You know, an average mod is always stressed out because of some retarded mod calls, such as asking if they want to be their friend, or when's the next clan training, better yet when's the new Mythbusters video coming out. But then you see this faggot saying he won't do his job just because it's someone he doesn't like. Okay, Fager, someone you don't like mod calls, and you can't ban them because you're shit at framing people, so you refuse to even help them. Acceptable coming from a person who says nigger in game then later says I am racist because I say it as a joke in our DM. You see this, guys, this is the sign of defeat. When you're out of ways to get someone you framed perma-banned. We will save this point for another transition later. To make things worse, you cover up proof of you being a douche by saying that it was inspect element, or it was used in another way other than what it was meant to be. Newsflash, you mook, you do these things towards other people, like Blazing Apple and Hotorchi. Just tell everyone you don't take your job seriously, yet you want to be a head moderator to a game people value a lot. The point of being a mod for Reason to Die is to keep the community in line, and make it better than it is now for new people and veterans who play the game. Instead, you're using your mod powers as leverage to threaten and bully people online, but when people actually fight back you use blackmail and your own fanbase to silence them since you're a fucking pussy and don't have anything else to defend yourself with. You're essentially the Keemstar of R2DA, without your mod, you self-centered prick. Hands down, Hotorchi is the most bullied person in Reason to Die Awakening. For proof this is the case, here is a small compilation of Fager just pissing off this loser non-stop demanding art. At least give this guy some props for letting you use his art in your thumbnails. Oh wait, you did. In the About tab of your channel. You know what, Fager, good for you. You gave that idiot Hotorchi credit in the About tab, so that has to count. For the sake of bullying Hotorchi in this video, I will bring up the fact me and Fager basically beat him up daily for our channel banners. If you're a genius you'd realize I don't have a picture for my channel art at the moment, so it's just a bunch of black and white leaves. On the other hand, Fager's looks like he opened paint.net for 5 minutes. So to honor Hotorchi, since he's now not an in-game mod, I will make my channel banner the unfinished drawing that was originally meant for Fager's. Yeah, that's how shitty it is. Let's recap this situation first. Sandra has made 4 expose videos on Fager while misusing evidence and showing DMs I never leaked to anyone. Fager gets mad and makes a 17-minute video roasting Sandra and I, but mainly goes on Sandra since she's the most predictable person in the community. I want to give my own reaction on this video, so with that said, let's see how many brain cells I will kill today.
I just really want to say first that I don't want to make this video at all.
Then don't make it, dumbass.
But it came to a point to where I had to, because Sandra wouldn't take down the videos despite knowing that the reasons were completely false.
If the claims Sandra makes are completely false, then why do you want the videos taken down? Don't act like the good guy either, because the first couple seconds of this video has already disgusted me and other sensible people who know you're playing the victim.
And I had a dark sense of humor, but she still went out with oh, you racist. A person who shows or feels discrimination or prejudice against people of other races.
It's taken me 12 skilled worldwide translators to decipher what the hell you just said. Seriously, you couldn't retake that one line and say prejudice right. At least put some effort into a video that's made to roast someone.
I am not racist, I just have a dark sense of humor.
I have to agree with this point right here. Say nigger all you want, really no one cares since this is the internet. If you get offended by something someone says online, then you clearly have a mental disability.
Let me go and explain racism. Racism is where you walk up to a random black guy and say nigger and then beat him up. That's being racist.
You just read the definition of racism, but instead you describe a reason why the civil rights movement started. You even said racism wrong. At this point I will need someone to translate the rest of the video for me, since I don't understand what the hell you're trying to convey here.
Dark humor is where you have a humor that like goes to the side of.
And you ruin your point by posting a 9-gag picture.
It's just pictures of like gifs of general, like just people falling over, and there's like ear rape at the end when they fall. Like I was wrong, Gary, come back to me, and then say we don't hate people based on their race, we just make jokes about it.
You already said that.
Me and my group of friends at lunch, we meet up every time and we always have something to say.
This video isn't about your gay boy group at lunch, it's about Sandra and I. You treat your videos like your cringy minigun memes. Shoot a lot of shit but almost always misses the point.
So Go Sinister pass these out as me being racist.
Where's the proof of me saying that those are you being racist? Look at the picture, you monkey fuck. It's only me saying inappropriate with a follow-up of you saying nigger twice.
Go Sinister passes proof on, pass these screenshots on as like, I'm a racist.
Did you hear that, guys? If you listen closely, he almost says it's proof of him being racist. Keep this in mind for the rest of his video. His stutter says the truth other than what he's spoon-feeding his fans right now.
Here's a proof of him posting those 2 pics and then calling me inappropriate.
Hey dumbass, the picture has been on the screen for about 1 minute now. Are you that slow you actually forgot what you were editing?
We were just joking. I'm like, I told him that, hey, I'm gonna say these 2 words.
If we were joking, then why are you trying to convince everyone this is me being serious? You just debunked your own point. If you're gonna play the victim, at least play it right like how Blazing Apple did.
He go ahead, he went it hot, he went ahead, he go ahead, he went it hot, he went ahead, he go ahead, he went it hot, he went ahead.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
And pass it on as me being a racist.
There's no proof of me saying it's you being racist, you fucking monkey. After he repeats himself for the 3rd time, he makes a really shitty montage of me saying nigger and doing weak roasts on Blazing Apple. It kind of pisses me off because it makes my jokes seem funny, but you got to admit Blazing does look like a Hey Arnold character. So you know what, Fager, since you made that shitty montage of me, here is a big surprise for you.
I'm not saying that I don't have a dark sense of humor like Cap, and Cap is not racist, I know that. To counter that, I'm gonna show pretty much a montage of Cap being a racist and saying like nigger 20 times in a row.
Fager, it hasn't even been halfway through the video, and you already contradicted yourself with this racism bullshit. You're jumping to conclusions faster than you can process it. Slow the fuck down already.
Cap is trying to like play like I'm just an innocent, I'm just a bystander.
This is called playing the victim. What kind of roast is this when you're unable to even remember what you're describing someone as? It's funny that you couldn't name it properly, since playing the victim is one of your favorite things to do. At this part of the video, he goes on about Sandra being a total cunt, which most of the community already knows. I can care less with Sandra and Fager's drama, since it's basically 2 monkeys fighting each other. However, in the middle of this part, Fager says this small bit about me right here.
Cap didn't really care, still has a grudge against me. I don't know why, I guess because I kicked him out of my channel.
The real reason why you kicked me off your channel is because I made a simple joke about you getting put on mod probation. Even before this all happened, I was trying to get off your channel myself by just ignoring you. Fager, if you're honestly this brain dead, let me break down why I have a grudge on you. The reason why I still kept making videos with Fager is because I wanted to start my own channel. There was no actual way of making sure he wasn't recording either. Some videos I enjoyed because of the gameplay, not the actual commentary between Fager and I. Even to this day, I still regret making those videos. Any sane person in a voice chat with Fager would realize how creepy it is while he records your entire conversation. This is the lowest of low, Fager. You rob a person of their own privacy by not telling them you're even recording them, and then plaster their name on the title and video itself. They will totally be okay with you recording them being themselves, then uploading it for your entire 35,000 subscriber fanbase to see. Fager, you're basically being rice gum with this recording bullshit. Cut the crap and make content people will actually like to watch, as opposed to 10 minutes of you stuttering beyond recognition.
I didn't mean any of that shit. I said to Cap, I said I was gonna frame and then ban him, and he never got banned in game. I banned him off of my Discord. That was about it.
The reason why I never gotten banned was because your threats are a joke. Stop being a pussy with this petty. I will frame you to my fanbase faggotry. That was the last thing Fager had to say about me. The rest of the video is just a rant about Sandra being a cunt. Overall, this video was very poorly made. It looks like Fager put it all together in less than an hour, then he has the audacity to say he roasted me and Sandra. Wow! Using a montage of me saying nigger is roasting. This video is a complete joke, like your Patreon. It's amazing you suck off your fans on Discord so they can become patrons and give you shit like a new computer. What your fans should really be donating towards is cleaning equipment so you can fucking clean up your room. Jesus Christ, it looks like India. What a complete shithole, literally. Wait a minute.
Is that fucking low?
Now that I've discussed all the topics at hand, let's move on to the conclusion of this video. Firstly, you mentioned how I'm still mad about getting kicked off your shitty channel. But behind it all, it was actually you who fueled it. You start by ruining my friend's game that he worked hard on. Then you begin to record me when I tell you in particular to not put me on your channel. If I refuse to make a video, you threaten to ruin my reputation in the community I take value to. You claim to be a moderator who actually does his job, but you can't even have the dignity to take a mod call from someone you hate equally as me. You make a disgusting video where you claim to roast me. Being the superior roaster you are, you instead can't decide if I'm racist or not. We also can't forget about this fucker, since he's basically everyone's punching bag at this point. If you're really a fan of Fager but think I'm all shit, just realize what kind of mistake you're making. If you became his friend, like what I did, you would instead meet the breaking point of retardation. Take my experience as something you should avoid in the future for now on. Also be safe in voice channels to this day forward. Sometimes, you won't know what would be new in your sub box.
Pretty much a montage of Cap being abrasive to sing like nigger 20 times in a row.